Oh yeah, what's going on YouTube? Let me turn this music down right now. But hey, in this live stream, what we're going to do, we're going to be going over a bunch of things. We're going to talk about Uber hacks, Uber mistakes, biggest mistakes that Uber drivers make. Um, Uber driver pay, we're going to talk about my Uber driver pay, what's going on with Uber and Lyft. Is it better to drive for Uber or Lyft right now? And also, I want to hear from you. What's going on? Are you driving? Are you driving? Are you making money? Are you staying home because of the pandemic? Also, tell me in the comments below, is this music way too loud right now? So trying to come up with some new streaming options here. I'm going to be streaming more often. I want to help you guys out. So let me know what questions you might have, what questions I can answer for you. Put them in the comments below. Let me take care of you. That's what I'm here for. Appreciate you guys. Before we get into the video though, let me talk about, I hope my mic is all right. Is it too loud? Do I need to get closer? Thank you, Salad Boy. I appreciate your feedback. Appreciate you being here, Gizmo. I like your picture. And by the way, guys, don't forget about the free dash cam giveaway. We're doing the free dash cam giveaway. This is going on every month. We did it last month. I'll have to look up the guy's name. He still hasn't sent me a thank you video. I sent him the dash cam. It's a $160 dash cam. I didn't get a thank you video. That's all I asked for. You know, you get a free dash cam. It's $160. Just send out a quick thank you video when I send it to you. All right. It's going through Amazon. But anyways, here it's a dash cam to help you stay safe out there. If you don't have a dash cam while you're driving for Uber and driving for Lyft, make sure that you get one. If you don't win one, just go out there and get one. This one's pretty nice. It's got a 1080p in the front. And then it's also got a rear facing camera as well. So inside, it'll record you inside the cab, so you can, keep yourself safe, record. Oh, another cool feature that I just realized too, because I was doing a little bit of driving with Uber, is they have an option now where you can actually register your dash cam with them. So it also tells people that the riders, one, that you have a dash cam in the car, and then also helps you because Uber knows that you're recording. So I think that was a really cool feature because I didn't see that one before when I was driving, but through the pandemic. And when I started driving again, I was like, oh, wow, they have that feature now. And I thought that was really cool. Now, you have to check the laws in your states. Now, I don't know what the law is in Massachusetts. That's where I drive. I'm in Boston. But I always had the dash cam there. And if somebody doesn't want me to use it, well, one, why don't you want me to record you in the car? Like, what are you up to? Two, I just let them know that it's recording. I tell them that I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to put this video up on YouTube or anything unless they give me permission. And that's the way it goes. So, but put your comments below. I want to hear what you guys have to say. That's the way it goes. No, don't want to do that. So, what am I trying to do over here? Just looking at something. Let's go to the live. My hat's really bothering me right now. How is the music right now, guys? So is the music too loud? Salad Boy, since you were responding, let me know how it goes. Getting some love over here. Thank you so much, Share Cage. Appreciate the hearts. Appreciate it. Appreciate it so much. And we got a hey buddy, long time. Yes, it has been a long time. I know. I'm trying to get back in the mix. I'm going to try and do some videos. I'm really excited about a project that I'm going to be working on. So I've always asked the question, what's the best car to drive for Uber? Now, is it the Uber X? Do you want to do just Uber X, where you do like a hybrid car and or a 4-cylinder where you're getting really good gas mileage, and you do Uber X and you do a lot of rides, but you really wear yourself out and you wear your car out? Or do you want to get like a minivan where you can actually throw in some XL in there? I have an SUV, and here's the thing. I upgraded my vehicle to get have availability to do Lyft Black and Lyft Lux, as well as XL. Now that paid off pretty good for me. Like, my rides are really good. But you do a lot of sitting around and waiting because those rides aren't as frequent. So there's a give and take with that, because you spend a lot of time, you probably spend more time out there on the app. And while you can make more money, and you especially make more money per ride, you might be spending more time on the road than you really want to. Now, especially if you have a limited time to be out there driving. Sorry, my hat's really bothering me right now. I might just take it off. My hair's kind of all messed up. But you know, if you have a limited time to drive, like let's say you can only drive evenings and you're doing this part-time, you know, then it would definitely be good for you to have, it would definitely be good for you to have just doing the Uber X or doing the Uber Eats where you're just out there and the rides are coming and they're coming and they're coming and they're coming and you just get assaulted with ride requests. I mean, that's a good way to go too, because honestly, like I went out driving. I put it in the video yesterday. I did a live stream yesterday and I put it in the video there. And, you know, I just didn't, I just realized that I didn't enjoy like waiting for the ride because I was actually trying to do some premium rides. I was trying to do the XL. I was trying to do the Lux and the Blacks, and I waited like 5 minutes and didn't get a ride. And I was like got frustrated, so I immediately turned it over to the Lyft economy rides, the Uber X, and I was getting rides, you know. But they were paying bonuses, so it was worth it to me. But I really want to do this project, and I want to figure out like, is it worth to rent? So next week I'm going to rent a car through Uber. Possibly through Lyft too, or one or the other. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to do Uber because Uber is more consistent with their bonuses. And I think it's very important that if you're going to do the Uber X, you have to take advantage of the bonuses. Thanks everybody for being here. Everybody that showed up. I would love some thumbs up, some likes on this video. Really appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate the support. Hey, if anybody wants a free dash cam, don't forget to sign up in the link below. All right. So we're doing the free dash cam giveaway. You got to sign up in the link below. It's going to be going like on a flash giveaway. And I'm only going to be doing this on live streams, but you have to click the link in the description, enter your email, enter your name. And if you're not on the list, you're not going to win. So just make sure that you enter for the free dash cam giveaway. Number one. Okay, I want to make sure you do that, guys. And join the Facebook group because I'm going to be going a lot more into depth in that Facebook group. I'm going to be doing special trainings in there. I'm going to be talking about how you can make money with referral bonuses. And if you don't know what referral bonuses are, it's when you have a driver sign up. You sign up a driver to do Uber, to do Lyft. They do a certain amount of rides, and then you get paid a bonus from Uber and Lyft because they did their rides. And they also get a bonus. They get a guarantee bonus for signing up to drive. Now, you know, some people are like, oh, it's only a bonus guarantee. Well, you know what? It's a bonus guarantee, and they're pretty good ones. Like Lyft has a really good one right now. I don't know about Uber. I don't know about Ubers. I'm actually going to look into that into this video. I'm going to click on my own links, and I'm going to see what they have to say. You know, see what the details are. But I know in Boston right now, Lyft is giving a really good one. So if you want to sign up to drive for Lyft, use the link in the description below. You're going to get a $2,300 bonus guarantee just to sign up and drive. So you, in 30 days, I think it's in 30 days, you have to do so many drives. It's like 5 or 6 drives a day, which is a really great way to get started. That's a part-time schedule. And, you know, you can make some really good money. Now listen, if you need to make money, it's a great way to go. You sign up within 2 weeks, you're probably going to, your background check is done and you're ready to drive. And that's it. And if you don't have a car, you can rent a car. Where was I going with this? So we got some comments over here. Guys, appreciate you being here. Appreciate the comments. Let me know your questions, what I can answer for you. These live streams are all about like helping drivers out. I get a lot of questions online a lot. And so what I want to do, I decided I want to start doing these live streams to try to help people out, you know, on a regular basis rather than be so spotty with my videos. But the next video coming out is going to be that the rental car. So I'm gonna record my earnings, my drives for like every day for like a week, at least a week. I'm gonna try and spend it out over a month, and I'm gonna take my rental car earnings and what I have to pay out, how much I earn, and see if that's really worth it. You know, because I don't know. I haven't seen the stats on that. I know that it costs about $115. Or $150 when you first start up. But what I was reading about it is like, it's a special offer for like the first 2 weeks when you sign up to drive with the rental car. So, but after that, and then it goes to like $225 or $250 or something like that a week, which is a lot. But honestly, you can earn that in a day, one full-time day, and you can earn that with the car, and then the rest of the week is all profit, and it's unlimited miles. So I'm like, okay, that's really good. I can really get out there and crank drives. You know, I can do Uber Eats during lunchtime. I can do Uber X in the morning. I can go out at night, which is probably one of the best times to drive is at night because there's less traffic. For whatever reason, there's more activity at night. More people want rides. They're going back and forth. You know, they're done for the day. They're out playing. They're going to the gym. They're meeting up with friends and things like that, especially here in Boston. I don't know what it's like where you are. By the way, let me know where everybody's watching from. I would love to hear where you are actually watching from, and you know, how's Uber treating you? But what's the best mode? Okay, so let's go answer some questions real quick. I love this option on here on StreamYard where I can just put up the comments right here. I mean, it's really dope. Like StreamYard, you really nailed it with this one. What do we got going on? What's the best mode in your opinion for Uber and Lyft? The best mode. Yeah. So that's what we're talking about, right? So, and I was thinking about this today. You know, if I went out and did Uber X, now I'm just going to give you an example in the morning and what happens here in Boston. If I went out in the morning, I did Uber X, I would try to get in, like, let's say if I went from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., right? We'll talk the rush hours. After 9 a.m., everything just dies down, right? There's no bonuses, there's no surges. And what I found too is if I did one XL ride or one Lux ride, right? So those would be the most common ones that I would get in the morning. And typically taking somebody from the outer beltway in Boston into the city, into Boston, which is probably, I think it's like maybe it's a 15-mile ride, a 15 to 20-mile ride, or maybe to the airport, which is a little bit longer because then you go through the tunnel. That would typically pay me for anywhere from $40 to $60, plus some tip. So, so let's just say $60, let's just keep it in the range of $40 to $60. And that's in one ride doing an XL or doing a Lux ride. Now, if I was doing Uber X all morning long, I mean, I would literally have to drive from 6 to 9, like every single ride I could possibly get to accumulate that much money. So that could be 3-4 rides an hour. It could be 12 rides. I might have to do 10 to 12 rides in that 3-hour period just to accumulate the same amount of money that I would earn just from that one ride doing the premium ride, the XL or the Lux. Now, would I always get one of those rides? No. So it's really a toss up of what you want to do. If you're on a time restraint, like I definitely wouldn't do the XL or the premium rides. Not to mention, you can't rent one of those vehicles through the Uber and Lyft program. You have to have your own vehicle. So there's an expense added up front. Now, what I really think the best strategy would be is to have a rental car to do Uber X and Uber Eats during the day. So you don't have to worry about like getting those premium rides. You just do it. You go out, like I have 2 hours in the morning, or I have 3 hours at night. You can just go out and do it, and you bang out those rides. Now, then you could have your own personal vehicle, right? It could be a premium vehicle, it could be an XL, it could be a minivan, where you want to go earn some extra money during the nighttime, or maybe on the weekends, where you're taking crowds, you're taking groups of people, which pays a lot more. I mean, it pays a lot more. And if you want to do something like that, or you could get a Lux vehicle, and you have to really research your area because not every area is going to be the same. But if your area has those premium rides, and everywhere will have XL, but you just have to figure out where the best XL rides usually come out of, like hotels and people going to the airport. You really have to learn your area. That might be a good strategy to have. Like maybe you're just tired of doing Uber X. You want to change it up on the weekends. Like this would be more of like a full-time. If you were doing this full-time, that would be the way to go. All right. What we got? Does Uber take big percentage of money depending on how much you make per ride? Do they take a big percentage? Do they take a big percentage of money depending on how much you make per ride? I don't think I forget how it goes. If they take more percentage, because you basically, here's the way it goes. You get per mile, and they set their rates prior. So their rates are going to be per mile, and then per minute. So you're going to have, you're going to have your per minute. So however long the ride takes you, and then however many miles you go on the ride is what you're going to expect to see on your payment. Now there's also the surge bonuses. They'll pay that. And then there's also the quest bonuses on there too. So we can try looking at that a little bit later in the video. Also, we went over this yesterday, and I pointed everything out. So if you didn't see that, maybe I'll post a link for that video in the comments here. But I did a live stream yesterday and went over some of that stuff. Signal 7 in the house. What's up, buddy? Appreciate you being here. You're always here, always supporting the channel. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Hey guys, if we can get some likes on this video, I would really appreciate it so much. How many we got? We got 3 likes. We got one thumb down. Whoever did that, I wish I could see your name. Don't appreciate that. If only there were all trips to and from the airport via the Pike. I know. Hey, man, that's that's really the name of the game. The Pike, because the Pike is typically smooth. For anybody here in Boston, the Mass Pike, that's one of like the main vein highways going in and out of the city and into the airport. And that was always my moneymaker. I always try to get those trips, and those were my moneymakers. There's a lot of businesses here in the Waltham area. If you went over to the Waltham area, there's a bunch of business parks, and you could always catch people traveling. Prior to the pandemic, you would always catch people traveling, going to and from the airport, and those are always big money rides, and I always love those. Let me get a little bit of water here. And again, guys, I'm asking, is the mic volume good? Can you hear the music in the background? Is it annoying? Give me some feedback here. So some of those projects that I will be doing is, what's the best car for Uber? I really want to figure this out because that is a question that a lot of people ask, and it's actually something I want to know too. And like I said, I don't think, but I really want to put it to the test. Is it better to buy your own car and do Uber X, or is it better to rent a car and do Uber X? I really think it's going to be the rental, and I'm going to be doing that. I will be doing that. What else we got? So let's go look at some stuff. Let's see what's going on in Uber news world. You can hear the music faintly. Okay, appreciate you, Salad Boy. Thank you for the feedback. Should I turn it up? I'll put it up a little bit. So I'm just gonna go find. Okay, that's a little bit too loud for me. Just hearing it way too much. So what I want to do is a little bit of screen share in a second here. And all right, yeah, so let's do the screen share. We're going to share screen. All right, so can you guys see that right now? Should be able to see it. There we go. All right, let's check out. Let's see what's going on in the Uber news. What we got here? Uber driver. Oh yeah, this story right here. Those girls got in trouble. This guy did a good video here. So this is where I got the idea. He did a video for Uber Eats. Sabby Lion. He's got 1.1 million views. And he did this video here and talk about doing Uber Eats. He made over $8,000 driving Uber Eats for 30 days. And I thought that was a really great video to learn some more. Gig Nation. He's doing pretty good there. That's that girl that was in this video up here. Just entitled. Who did... what was it? Dustin is driving. Dustin always doing these videos of people getting in trouble. Let's pause that real quick. Kevin, what's up, man? How you doing? Kevin, are you a driver or are you thinking about becoming a driver? Cheryl Baines, I rent with Uber and live near an airport. I do it part-time. What is the best strategy? I'm trying to figure that out. We're trying to figure that out here. How do you do it part-time? So how do you feel about that? How do you feel about the fees? Do you use the car for your own personal use? That's what I'm trying to figure out if it's really worth it. Can you all hear the audio on this video?
I can't take a child that small without some type of booster seat.
It's time for a juice.
Okay.
These videos always crack me up. This guy's got the plexiglass up in front, in between the front and the back. Sorry, I'm having a juice. Having a Capri Sun. My daughter's juices. That's really good to hear. So I'm going to be doing, I was saying earlier, I'm going to be doing a video. I'm going to rent a car for Uber and Lyft, and I'm going to drive, for at least a full week, if not a full month. I'm going to document it all, and I'm going to try and figure out like what's the best way to go. And the reason I think it's better to rent is because like when you're doing Uber X, you're really beating the crap out of your car. And when I was doing Uber X, my car was always in the shop. Things were always breaking. And somebody had mentioned last night on the stream that, you know, he's like, my car is always breaking, or actually it was in a comment, but he's like, my car is always breaking. And he's like, what do you do? You know, does it make sense for you to do it? And, you know, and that's what I was saying. I was like, I really don't think it is. Like when you're doing Uber X, your car just takes a beating. So evenings and weekends, early mornings, 3 to 8. Okay. All right. That makes sense. 3 to 8 a.m., huh? You get up early. Cheryl, thank you so much for commenting. I appreciate your feedback here. I appreciate, you know, this kind of response. So this guy's having the classic. You need an XL for more people. And they're going to flip out. They're going to flip out. Yeah, it is totally tiring. Like there's been so many times when I was doing Uber X, when I first started, I had to figure out. No, they're calling this guy racist. I'm just going to go back to me for a second. I'm going to stop that one real quick. Cause I just want to hit on something. So when I first started doing Uber, I didn't have, you know, I didn't really want to do it. I just did it because I had to do it. I needed some money and I needed it fast. And I was pulling long hours. I was pulling really long hours. And I would just get to the point, like you'd go through these phases, and tell me if I'm wrong, anybody out there, like you go through these phases where you're like so tired, I don't want to drive anymore. And then you take a couple rides, like you're so far away from home sometimes. And, you know, if I was closer to home, I would go home. But since I was away from home, I'd be like, I'm not even close. So I'm going to take some more rides, try to make your quota, or just get a couple more rides, just do one more ride for the night or something like that. Next thing you know, you're on 5 more rides. All of a sudden you hit your stride. And there'd be so many times where I would be like, I would go into this zone. I literally driving, and it usually happened when I was driving like around like 12 hours or so. Like I'd hit around that 10 to 12 hour mark, and all of a sudden I get into like this zone, and I swear I could drive forever. I just felt like I couldn't stop. Like, and everything was so clear. Everything was so clear to me as I was driving. Like I was so focused, even though it was at night. It was late at night, and I could just see everything I needed to see on the road. Everything was clear, and I was driving fine. And I felt like I could go for another 12 hours. And it was just crazy. Like, so, I don't know if that's ever happened to anybody else out there, but it does happen. Like, you just get into these zones, and I don't know. Like, it was the weirdest thing. But it is very tiring. Like, it's just like, it's stressful. And that's why I like driving at night more so, for the reason that there's not so many cars out there and there's more people riding. So your requests come faster and more consistently. And like, it's just faster. You finish the ride quicker, and then you get another ride, and it's easier to get to, and you don't have to wait. You don't have to deal with a lot of traffic mostly. Cheryl, you're welcome for the content. Thank you. I really appreciate that. You know, I try to make this content as good as possible, give my honest feedback, make honest videos, just real videos that really help people. Appreciate it. Thank you. What else we got? Okay. So Salad Boy, is it worth using 2 phones one for the Uber app and the other for the Lyft app. I mean, that's your personal preference, really. I don't think there's any real advantage to doing that, except maybe you can't transition in the apps, because when I had my phone, I was constantly, if I accept one ride and one, because I would have both apps open on my phone at the same time. So if one ride came in, I would immediately accept it, and then I'd have to double tap my iPhone and then turn off the other app to make sure another ride request didn't come in. So, I mean, some people can't do the flipping in the apps on one phone, so having two phones might help. Excuse me. So that might be a better way to go. So you really have to figure out what it is for you, but then you have that added expense, right? Because you're going to have two phones, so you're going to have another bill to pay for that. So I don't even know why, for me, that's not really worth it. I'll flip back and forth in the app. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Smash up that like button for me. Make noise for the algorithm. Could really use your help on that. Smash it up. We got a few people in here. Thank you for commenting. You guys, you don't even know how much that means. Appreciate everybody being here. We got another guy over here. Let's see. Kevin Hawthorne, you're not a driver. So what's up, man? Are you thinking about becoming a driver? Let me know. Let me know in the comments below. Love to hear from you. Feeling kind of dead. I got to put the music back on right now. I wanted to cover a couple things. I want to check out Uber News, see if there's anything good going on in there. Any questions that you guys might have that I can answer for you right now? I don't know if anybody's interested in Bitcoin, but Bitcoin just hit an all-time high today. A couple all-time highs today. It's currently trading at 63,366. Hey, if you don't have any Bitcoin, you guys need to get some Bitcoin, all right? If you didn't hear it before, you heard it now. Definitely get it. I'm putting as much money as I possibly can into Bitcoin as a way to save, invest for the future. I think, it's definitely the future. I listened to a guy named Michael Saylor on YouTube. If you just look him up, Michael Saylor, he is definitely one of the most intelligent people I've heard talk about Bitcoin. He's definitely an intelligent guy, and what he has to say about Bitcoin is just incredible. So if you care about your money, if you're out there driving and you're working hard and you're working hard to make your money, definitely take some of that money and buy some Bitcoin. You got to get into cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrency is the future. It's a blockchain technology. We're in the beginning of this. And I spend a lot of time looking into this stuff, reading about it, investing in it. And I'll just tell you right now, it's the future. It's like back in 2000 when the internet was starting to go mainstream. This is what it is. Blockchain is the technology. It's the internet of 2000. All right. You'll regret it if you don't invest. Trust me. Right now, you'll probably never see these prices again. So Cheryl, tell me, why are you doing rideshare? I would love to know why you do rideshare. The reason that I do, that I was doing it when I first started is because I was kind of in a bad situation. I was supposed to be a carpenter. I was a carpenter. And my whole dream was to invest in real estate. I wanted to invest in multifamily real estate, buy houses that needed work, fix them up myself and things like that. And, I actually had a property and I was starting on my dream. And then life kind of changes things up on you, right? The plan always gets changed up on you. And my daughter was born. It wasn't, she wasn't planned, but my daughter was born, and I went through a bad time with her mother, and we split up. So then I found myself living on my own. And so when I had my daughter, it was 50% of the time. And so in the mornings that I had my daughter, I had to get her to daycare. And here's the problem, right? So when I was going to daycare and dropping her off at school, I couldn't make it to the city in time, to my work in time. And I was always late. And because I was coming in late all the time, I got laid off. So there I find myself paying all my bills on my own. My bills quadrupled because now I wasn't paying rent on I wasn't sharing the rent with somebody. I was paying the rent on my own. My rent went up because we had such a good deal on that other apartment. Now I couldn't find the same deal because I had to find something fast. And now my rent tripled overnight. So I'm paying all the bills by myself, and then I lose my job. So now I'm in a tough spot, and I need to make money fast. And I immediately, I don't know why. I never even thought of it. Somehow, it's funny when you need things, they just show up in your life. But that's when I started driving for Uber and Lyft. I applied for Uber, applied for Lyft, started driving for them. And I started making money almost instantly, within 2 weeks, but then I could make money every single day. Every single day I could go out in the city and make money, and I didn't have to worry, and I could be available for my daughter if she needed me. Like if she was sick at daycare, I could go pick her up. And that's why I really liked it. And that's why I kept with it. And plus at the same time, I was trying to, I decided to start growing my, or start growing or learning a new business, because I realized that I couldn't do my carpentry thing anymore. It just wasn't working because I chose to be a dad. I wanted to be a dad first. When I was growing up, my parents got divorced, and honestly, like it hit me really hard. It's always stuck with me, and it's just the fact that they weren't always there for me in the best way. And I always knew that I wanted to be there for my daughter. Even though she wasn't planned, she's the best thing that ever happened to me. And I knew I wanted to be there for her no matter what. She was priority number one. So that's kind of why I stuck with Uber and Lyft. Even though it's not the greatest way to make money, but it is convenient. It provides you that convenience to just make money when you decide you want to make money, And I can honestly guarantee that everybody that is an Uber driver or a Lyft driver, if you get into this, you're like a wannabe business owner, and maybe you just don't know how to get there. Because, if you are willing to take a gig like Uber and Lyft and not a job, like you're not signing up for a W-2 job and being an employee, like you have some sort of drive where you don't want to be like tied to a job. You want a little bit of freedom. And I think that's what it really offers. Like Uber and Lyft really offers some freedom for you, and I honestly would say that I don't know if this is true for you, and please comment below if I'm wrong, but I think like a good percentage of Uber drivers enjoy that freedom of choosing when and where to drive, because otherwise I don't know why you would do it, because the money ain't great. Let's be real. Unless you're getting those bonuses, the money ain't great. It's just not. But as I went and I learned other ways to get to make money. And I'm always looking for ways to make more money. I learned how to get referral bonuses. I've learned that it could pay me and offer me more free time if I upgraded my vehicle. So, now I say that, but it was a struggle. Like when I had upgraded my vehicle, so then I took on a car payment. My car payment was like over $600 a month plus insurance. So I was looking at almost $800 a month for that car payment, right? So any profit I made, $800 right off the top, was going to my car, right? Which kind of sucked, but like I said, I could go out on a weekend and make that money. So that one weekend pay for my car, and the rest of it was just money I would take home. But it's a hard life. Like I was out there driving. I would bring my computer, my laptop with me, and I would always try to be like figuring out how I was going to build my business. And the worst part about that is like I'm driving 1 minute and then I'm stopping and I'm pulling out my computer and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to make that money. Which I want to talk about that more, because like if there's anybody, like I'm saying, Uber drivers I feel like are people that enjoy that freedom, and they want to just have a little freedom, and they're looking for a way to make more money. And I feel like at heart, like Uber drivers are business owners. You want to be a business owner. Let me go to comments real quick. Cheryl's still here. Thank you. I appreciate you, Cheryl. Extra income to pay off debt, then plan to move to South America permanently, working on permanent remote work entrepreneur. That's right. Oh, Cheryl, I would love to hear what you're doing. What are you doing as far as you're working on permanent remote work? Entrepreneur. I'd love to hear that. I'd love to talk about that. Now you're speaking my language, because this is what I do. Like I have a Fiverr profile. I work on Fiverr. Fiverr has been a godsend. I think Fiverr is probably one of the best platforms you can get on if you're trying to do like work from home, from your computer. You got to get on Fiverr. They have training on there. If you don't know what you need to do, you can develop a team on there. It's just so fantastic. Honestly, I'll recommend Fiverr to anybody that's looking to start a business. I think it's probably one of the best places to start, and you can learn so much, and it's just so easy to grow there. Real goals, dad goals. That's right. Thank you, Cheryl. Appreciate that. Why do you think the pay isn't so great? It's because like if you start, I don't know if you're driving, but it's just really not all that great. It's just, it could be more. I feel like it should be more. Uber takes a huge, like what they charge the what they charge the rider compared to what they pay you, there's a huge gap. Like sometimes, almost a lot of times, like they're getting 25%. So right off the top, whatever they charge the rider, they're taking 25%. And I mean, you're really working your car there. You're working yourself. You're essentially trading time for money because it's not a real business. You're just an independent contractor, but you have to put up your time. So that's the hardest part. And the pay just isn't that great. Anybody that drives knows this. So glad I got my daughter these juices. They're so good. Here we go. Court reporters, stenographer, focused on closed captioning. You can do freelance anywhere in the world where you have a great Wi-Fi here. That's right. And when you have the jobs coming in, I mean, once you get your business rolling and you get your networking going, those jobs just keep flowing. And I really love that. When I first started on Fiverr, it took me a while. It took me a while to get going. It wasn't, I wasn't getting a lot of jobs at first, but I'm about to hit level 2 seller, which is a big deal on Fiverr. And actually I should put together a course for this. Talking about how you can get started on Fiverr, how I got started, how I accelerated my ranking on Fiverr. Like it accelerated super, super fast, and we should probably talk more about that. I would love to share that with people that are interested in learning that. If you are interested in learning more about how to develop your exit strategy, right? Because that's one of the main things we need to talk about for Uber drivers, right? And I'm not just doing this to talk here. Like, this is the main thing. This is what I focus on my channel. This is the main thing I focus on my channel is, number one, make more money. We're going to, I want to put together a presentation. I'll probably do that for the next live stream that I do. I'll put together a presentation, all the ways that you can make more money as an Uber driver. All right. Because, if you're not doing well in tips, there's something you're not doing. And I guarantee there's methods that you can use to increase your tips. I would always increase my tips. I would always get private clients. I would always just get repeat business. And I focused on that. You have to be able to make your riders feel comfortable, increase your tips. You either need to upgrade your vehicle or you need to figure out what you're doing in your strategy to make more money. You need to change your times. My number one favorite way to make more money as an Uber driver is driver referrals. I just received from Uber a $500 referral bonus for a new driver to sign up. On average, I'm doing about $500 a month on referral bonuses. I would love to increase that. Honestly, I would love to see $5,000 a month in Uber driver referrals. I mean, that's a real business. But there's so many different ways that you can actually make money in the Uber game, and you can add other gigs to it. But on this channel, like, you don't want to. What I'm talking about on this channel is, like, you don't want to do it forever. And I just try to talk about, like, it's real, because you can't do it forever. You will lose in the game, in the economy game, if you do this forever. And so you have to develop your exit strategy, and that's the biggest thing. And that's what I was always working on, and it was hard for me. Like I said, it was hard. I always had my computer with me, and I was always working on that. I was always grinding. I was always trying to make it out of the Uber game. So, what's your exit strategy? I would love to hear from you. What's your exit strategy? What is your plan? Do you plan to drive for Uber forever? Or do you plan to get out of that game? Cheryl already told us, she's working on her business. She's got her side hustle going, or Uber is her side hustle, and she's working on her business. So, there's one. And like I said, I bet there's more of you out there. I bet there's more people doing the same thing. Doing Uber as immediately just trying to, like, instant cash, to pay off debt, to save up a little bit of money on the side, just to get, you're trying to move, you're trying to start a business. Maybe you need some money to invest, which is honestly great too. Like, maybe you want to do like an Amazon course, or you want to invest in a course that will help you make some more money. Like, Uber is a great way to do that too. I gotta turn this music down. It's affecting me. So I do have a course coming out. I'm actually putting this together, and I would love to hear some feedback. I would actually love to hear what you want to see in it. But I do have some, and I want to pull it up right now. I'm just going to show you the page. It's going to be launching on May 2nd. May 2nd is when I'm going to be launching this course. It's for drivers It's for current drivers and also drivers that have, for people that are thinking about driving. So let me just pull it up real quick. And just give me a second here. There it is. Okay. All right. So for all the people that are thinking about becoming a driver, if you're still on here, if you're thinking about it, I have my course coming up. Let me share the screen with you real quick. Do a quick share. Yeah, we'll do this one. I think that's it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So here's my course. It's coming up. I got a intro video here. It's not complete. If you are thinking about becoming a driver, this is going to be, free training. This is going to be free for everybody that wants to sign up with my link to be a driver. How to make $500 a week driving for Uber or Lyft in your spare time in as little as your first week, even if you don't have a car, right? So part of this course is what I'm going to be doing is putting in that rental, recording me doing the rental car and showing how much I can make. Answer some questions here, but this is my side hustle. This is what I've been working on for a few years. I wish it didn't take me so long, but it did. In this training, I already have some ideas what I want to put in here, but I really want to hear your feedback. What if you're a new driver, or if you're a new driver, or you're thinking about becoming a driver? What would you want in here? What could I teach you? What information could I give you before you became a driver that would help answer your questions? What questions do you have? And maybe I should have asked this sooner because I don't know if everybody's still watching the stream. But so maybe I'll do this in the beginning for the next stream. I'll put this in here. But it's going to be absolutely free. Honestly, you don't even have to use my link to sign up to drive for Uber and Lyft. I'll give this absolutely free, and you can sign up. And then for current drivers, if you want to develop, there we go. If you want to develop your exit strategy, I have expert rideshare secrets. And this one is, this is going to be the masterpiece. This is the one that's going to give you everything that you need to help develop your exit strategy, make more money. If you have trouble talking with your riders, or like to increase your tips, there's going to be information in here. I'm going to teach you how you can talk to your clients to increase tips. All the strategies that I've used in the past to help increase my tips on a consistent basis. Because let's face it, if you're going to be doing a lot of rides, if you're going to be driving full time, even part time, you want to be able to talk to your riders and increase those tips. If you can make them feel comfortable, if you can make them feel like you actually care about what they're talking about, they will give you more money. And then also, the referral bonuses, I'm going to be giving a special teaching in there of how to increase your referral bonuses. I mean, how many people out there have never received one referral bonus? I've made over $13,000 in referral bonuses. Oh, excuse me. Probably over 14 or 15,000 now. And they keep coming. So these are the courses I'm putting together. This will be a $47 course. And then again, anybody that signs up with my link will get all my courses for free. So I did want to mention this. I will be talking about this in the next video as well. But hey, if do you have any questions about this stuff? Is anybody here, what could I possibly teach you in these courses just to make sure that I'm answering everybody's question? I would love to know that. But May 2nd is when I'm going to be launching these courses. What do we got here? What do we got? I'm going to answer some questions here. There we go. Salad Boy, thank you for being here, man. How much did you make with Uber a day in weekly, starting out in the past and now in the present? I think you can make more right now in the present, and that's kind of what I want to document too, because the last time I took an Uber ride, I talked to the guy. He was doing UberX. He had a Toyota Prius, and he was banking. He showed me his app because we were talking about it. I told him I was a driver. He showed me his app. He was banking $2,400, $2,500, $2,700 a week. He was killing it. He was driving 60, 80 hours a week. But hey, you know, that's good money. He was an older guy. He was retired and he was paying to put his kids through college. DoorDash is worth working for. I think DoorDash didn't. Which one did Uber buy? Did they buy DoorDash? I totally forget. But I think it's the same thing as Uber Eats. You know, I mean, Uber's kind of king in that aspect. You know, I would just like kind of stick with the one platform. And the reason I say that is because if I did Uber Eats, I can also do Uber X. Like, let's say Uber Eats is slow or something like that. You know, it gives you options to do a little bit more. So Signal 7, he's got some information for you. He said, if you're going to do food delivery, just do them all, which is probably a great strategy. Probably a great strategy. He says, I'm going to start off with Uber and Lyft, and after that, I'm thinking of driving trucks since they pay a lot. I once saw someone make $1K on one cargo for only 6 hours of driving, which is insane. That is actually really good. I think that's really good money. And like I said, it's always good to have Uber and Lyft as like just an option, right? You don't have to drive all the time. They don't require you to be on the app. I barely drive at all. In the past year, I haven't driven really at all. I just started driving again like last month, but I haven't driven at all. So you can be a driver and still not do any drives. You know what I mean? You can actually make money from referral bonuses. Yeah, college kids in Boston were like 75% of the clients, more than half of them are doing remote from home. It's true. Like that's where all the surge came from. If there's no college students in Boston, which is like, it's easily 40% of the population in Boston is college kids. And when the college kids aren't around, there is like no surge going on. Salad Boy, hey man, I would really appreciate if you use my links to sign up, man. So talk to me about that. You can use my links; they're in the description below. Definitely help me out. Would really appreciate that. And plus, I'll give you all my free trainings, all my trainings for free. So it's going to be some really good stuff in there. And like I said, I'll give it to you for free. Sign up with my links. I'll hook you up, man. Uber Eats, Cheryl Baines, is Uber Eats really worth it? I think it is because I've seen people make some really good money on there. And they pay, with Uber Eats, you still see the surges. So, and the other side of Uber Eats is this, it's like, you don't have to deal with people in your car. You don't have to talk to people. And sometimes you just don't want to. Sometimes you're just like, you ever been in a mood and you just don't want to have to talk to people or like make them feel comfortable or, talk to them in your car. Like sometimes I just want to be quiet. I don't want to hear from people. I don't want to do any of that stuff. So that's what I really like about Uber Eats. And I've done that a little bit. And it wasn't a bad option at all. So keep that in mind. I mean, if you're renting, you can still do Uber Eats. As far as I know, you can do Uber Eats. Thank you, bro. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate your support for the channel. You've been here a lot lately and commenting, and I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. What else do we got going on? What other questions can I answer for you right now? I really want to get this. I really want to get these streams up. We got 6 likes, 5 watching right now, one dislike. I don't know who did that. I want to find him. But Signal 7, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you always being here. Salad Boy, appreciate you as well. I'm trying to get the game up here on these more I don't know what to do, but I'm just committing to it, and I'll figure it out as we go. But I really want to make these better, and hopefully you can do some more live stuff with the app. I can't wait to do that video series talking about the rental car and recording the kind of money that I make on that, and really just bringing some value, some new value bringing some value for the new situation that we're in. How do you make money right now? Like, what is the best way to make money right now with this? Awesome, man. Really appreciate that. Thank you for the feedback. All right, guys. Well, it looks like we're slowing down here. Been on here for about 50 minutes, so that's going to be the end of the video, the end of the stream for right now. I do appreciate everybody being here. Thank you so much. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Be safe. Peace.